Hello and welcome back to the Quantum Suicide. On the last time we spoke to Shizuka, she told us about her favourite game. I believe this is also the last round we had for information. Besides Shizuka, we talked to Yoshiki, I think, and that's who we spent our last remaining time with. But besides that, I guess it's time to figure out what happens next.
Oh, one last thing before I go.
What is it? Shizuka quickly unplugged her game console and handed it to me.
You can borrow this. Be sure to practice so that we can play two-player together, okay?
Shizuka looked up at me with expectation of pure joy.
Okay, bye-bye for real this time.
She does realise that requires both of us surviving this next game. With those parting words and an energetic wave, she disappeared through the rec room door. At that point, I opted to retire to my quarters for the day. If I hurried back, maybe I could even get a few rounds of Unicorn Revenge in before I hit the hay. The third round of the Deletion Game is too close. Came to a close tomorrow. I sincerely hope that my preparations over the course of the week were sufficient to ensure my survival. That being said, I've forgotten the single clue that we got revolving around us. I would have been happy if this day had never arrived, but I knew that it was just a wishful thinking on my part. I woke with the start of the sound of Dai's announcement as it piped over the ship's intercom.
Good morning, competitors! What a wonderful morning. It's already shaping up to be a great day, don't you think?
Hard to say.
This is just a friendly reminder that in a mere 8 hours, the next round of the Deletion Game will begin. I hope you all have your clues ready.
So we have 8 hours to get a final clue in.
Die over and out.
Wide awake, I rolled onto my back and looked at the ceiling. It was a surreal feeling, knowing that today might be my last. I was no closer to finding Dai's deactivation code, and to be honest, I didn't have to know where to look. I mean, in the last game we opted to try and kill ourselves, so... Alright, let's take another crack at this pocket watch. I mean, we tried to kill ourselves and failed because we told someone about it. But also, we can't do it this time because we don't know what position we are in. I recovered the pocket watch from beside my table and headed to the lab. I arrived to find my lab empty. I guess it makes sense that Vladimir would want to spend time with Melody before tonight. I brought out the box that contained my parents' research and started sifting through it again. There had been some things of use in here. Before too long, the floor lab was covered in papers, and nothing peculiar was jumping out at me. I decided to boot up what appeared to be my father's tablet. The tablet's locked. I didn't even know they had that function. I mean, why wouldn't they? I looked at the tablet closely. It needs a password. I wonder what my father would have used as a password. Maybe he was sentimental. I'll try my name. The tablet made an error sound. Of course it wasn't me. He forgot to feed me after all. What about his birthday? The tablet made another error sound. What could it possibly be? I appeared in the lab with me.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, hi.
My system has registered multiple attempts to access your father's tablet.
Yes, it's just me breaking and entering into a digital workpiece. Yeah, that's me, sorry.
Would you like his password?
Yes, please. Are you allowed to give it to me?
Yes. The moment a crew member passes away, their tablets become the property of the Everett. It is therefore well within regulations for me to give you access to your father's tablet.
Alright then. Lay it on me. Wonderful. What is the password?
Password.
Genius. I respect this man for setting the password as password. Yeah, what is it?
Your father's password is password.
Yep. Seriously, if that's the best you can come up with, why would you even bother having one? I mean, we didn't guess it.
I did warn him that his password strength wasn't strong enough. but it appeared strong enough to keep you out.
Exactly. People don't expect the simple answers. That's why 1, 2, 3, 4 and password are the best passwords, because they don't expect it anymore. Then again, though, I'm assuming there's like things that people will like autofill and auto make words. Are you making fun of me, I? A mischievous expression crept across I's face. It doesn't work when I did it, or it doesn't even work when Di does it. It's reasons why I believe they're the same person.
Yes. Am I being successful?
You are being successful, yes. My response was dripping with sarcasm. Yeah, you're a real riot, I. Now let's get this damn thing open. I put the password in I put in the password, and the tablet immediately sprang to life. Wonderful. Maybe there's something in here about the pocket watch.
There most certainly is.
How do you know?
Now that the tablet has connected to the network, I have access to all information on the tablet.
Which means Di does as well. Oh, so you can save me some time. Would you mind pulling up any files related to the pocket watch?
I will transfer all relevant files onto your tablet. One moment, please.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, you were going to move the information from the tablet to the tablet, but I realised it's the father's tablet to our tablet.
Transfer is complete.
Okay. I opened my tablet and confirmed that you'd already isolated the transfer files to my tablet. Thank you so much, I. You're a lifesaver. I would have been here all day trying to locate the files without your help.
My pleasure. If you would excuse me, I am being requested in the engineering bay.
Okay, and hopefully Yoshiki isn't in any trouble. I was almost too involved with the tablet to say a proper goodbye to I. This information, there was so much on this watch. My parents had definitely been busy. Many worlds theory. Relocation of the human race. So, let me guess, we're going to move the human race to a world where obviously whatever situation that causes them to move is not there. So, like, is this sort of like a Zero Escape situation where the maker of Di, aka the captain's mother, and our parents work together, ensuring this game to make the circumstances which give us the ability to complete the mission, i.e. by finding the new location in a different world. And then, okay, that's what my bet's going to be. Hypothesis of transferal of matter between parallel universes. See? So it's about like the Mandela effect, but also something else, I think. Sweet science. Instead of traveling for multiple generations and taking the chance of successfully terraforming an alien planet, my parents are trying to relocate the entire human race in a different reality. Yep, seems to be what it's going to be at the end. And it looks like they may have got close. Naturally, because we exist, I'm guessing. That's going to be another plot twist. This pocket watch is supposed to be part of the puzzle. I read more notes. Pages and pages of notes. Alright, I think I understand. This pocket watch is a device that should allow this reality to connect with another in order to allow transferal of matter between realities. But how? Gradually, the pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place. I began reading aloud sections of notes. In theory, this timepiece should function as a time machine. In order to work, however, a stable time machine must already exist in both time frames. So, we should be able to connect our versions of reality to another if this device exists there too. But how do we connect these devices across a divide in time and space? Okay, so I'm assuming that obviously that's why the other timelines come in. Because I'm assuming I stumbled into the one where we found the timepiece first, then we have to play the game over and over again in the other timelines and make the timepieces. I must have spent hours going through my parents' notes. They never once mentioned how to connect on another reality, only that the watch was required. And I thought we were going to getting somewhere. Why isn't there any more information? Because they're dead. Suddenly, the intercom rang out. Is it time?
Greetings, competitors! I must request that you all make your way to the dining hall so we can begin this round of the Deletion Game. It'll be starting in 5 minutes, so don't be late!
Or we die. Although the station was grave, although the situation was grave, I didn't really have time for dice games right now. After putting away the tablets, I made my way to the dining hall. By the time I arrived, everyone had already assembled outside.
It's about time, Slowpoke.
Of course, we're the slowest.
Okay, just to make sure everyone's on the same page, here's how this is going to work. Players will be represented by ships numbered 1 to 9 with 2 health points apiece.
And whoever is shot first twice with 2 pieces, with 2 hits, dies, and the game automatically stops.
You'll each have 1 missile at your disposal to fire at a target of your choice. The first player whose ship is shot twice will be eliminated.
Diane made a show of consulting her bare wrists before continuing.
The door will be opening shortly, so get ready. Pray, cry, beg for mercy, whatever floats your boat.
I'll probably, if I get all 9 numbers as an option, I'll probably just go for number 5 because it's in the middle.
Oh, one more thing. Only 1 person will be permitted to enter the dining hall at a time, and since it's first come, first serve, dawdling's a surefire way to wind up dead. Everyone got it?
I mean, if 8 people, well, I mean, again, we can all just say I'm going to aim for 1, person aims for 2, thingy aims for 3, because the game will end as soon as someone else. Oh no, it wouldn't, because then, for example, I feel like Beatrix would go in, say she's aiming for 3, but then shoot 8, and then obviously the game continues until and then someone says they'll go for 8, shoot it, and that player 8 will die. The game would end, but the thing is that the plan would fail because it would expose that this person was represented by number 8. Therefore, someone previously had lied. Okay.
Yes, die. We all understand. Just get on with it.
Oh, eager are we? I love it.
Of course they're eager because the twins can just say we both shoot number 2, for example, and then...
Alright then, I officially declare the 3rd round of the Deletion Game's Logi ship open for business. Welcome. I hope you find everything to your liking.
Maybe not. Adopting the attitude of the gracious new ship owner, Di invited her petrified customers in with a theatrical wave of her hand. Beatrix, unfazed by Di's little routine, was in and out before anyone else could react. She really did mean business. Waiting wasn't going to make things any easier for me at this point. I had the most information I was ever going to have, and I needed to make my selection as soon as possible. The door shut behind me, and I entered the dining hall. So are we shooting second?
Welcome! Please make your selection on the screen before you.
Okay, number 5, just because it's in the middle.
Thank you for your selection, and thank you for choosing Di's Deletion Game as your preferred population restriction method. Please exit the room and await this round's results.
Okay, hopefully I haven't killed anyone that I enjoy. I left the room and watched as, one after another, everyone else went to shoot their missiles.
In an unexpected turn of events, it would appear that everyone has chosen to attack in the first 15 minutes, which brings this round to an end. Who'd have thought that you were all so eager to kill each other?
I'm assuming, well, I feel sorry for Melody, because Melody would have to go in alone without her father.
Well, who am I to argue? Give the people what they want, right?
Okay.
Let's get straight to the results.
Oh, Vladimir. Oh, so we're number 3. Okay. Oh, I shot Kakashi. Oh man.
Huh.
So he was number 9. Oh, but I see. Melody was number 2. Beatrix was number 1. I was number 3. Kakashi was number 5.
Better me than Melody, I guess.
No one shot Melody. That, didn't have 2 on him.
Papa, what is it?
Sweetie, Papa has to go and join Mommy for a while, okay?
I see. Melody's face fell as she realized what was happening. Tears began to form in the corners of her eyes.
No, Papa, stay.
All the old people are dying. First it was the Beatrix and Nicholas's father. Now it was Melody's parents. This game just doesn't like parents.
Captain, I'm going to entrust Melody to your care, okay?
Well, joke's on you. Sora entrusted her to my care. So, I guess the captain and I are Melody's new adopted parents. Damn it. Guess we're gonna die next. Hopefully it's the captain before me. Because then I can be the main character and save the game.
Of course. I'll do my best to keep her safe.
Okay then.
No, Papa, I'm scared. Please don't go.
Melody's desperation was palpable as she implored her father not to go. Vladimir picked up Melody, doing her best to comfort her under the circumstances.
Don't go. Please. I'll be better.
It's unfortunate. She thinks it's her own fault.
Sweetie, you haven't done anything wrong.
Little do we know, she's one of the two people who shot number 9.
I promise I'll eat my vegetables. I won't fight anymore. I'll pick up my toys. I promise, Papa. I promise.
Melody.
Well, okay. So, 2 objectives: end the game, keep Melody alive, because Melody's lost both parents in a week, in 2 weeks, in a week, I think.
Please don't go with Mommy. Stay with me instead.
Oh, how touching. Sorry to disappoint, kiddo, but your daddy has a date with the wheel!
Oh yeah, I forgot the execution's chosen at random. With that, Dai summoned a dreaded wheel and gave it a spin. Eventually, an hour slowed and came on to rest on drinking.
Congratulations!
Okay, Vladimir, and might I say, I added this one just for you. Today, you shall face death by drinking.
Is this a joke, Dai?
What? No.
I think you mean to say absolutely not. So I'm assuming this is where like all the different timeline, well, voice lines for the different timelines were kind of pushed into one. You want to spend your last moments enjoying your favorite beverage, vodka.
I can think of worse ways to go.
Yeah. I thought of something rude to say, but I'm not going to say it.
See, Captain? I do so much for you guys. Even when I go through all the trouble of adding fun new ways to die, all you do is complain. This is why you'll never get a boyfriend.
What if she doesn't want one? Di stuck her tongue out at the captain.
Well, let's head over to the kitchen together.
Di marched us all to the kitchen. Melody tearfully clung to Vladimir the entire way there.
Here we are.
Alright, sweetie. It's time to go to the captain.
Melody screamed and refused to let go.
Melody, please. Kimiko will take care of you, okay? Everything will be fine.
Vladimir peeled Melody off of him and handed her over to the captain.
Alright, Dai. How do you want me to do this?
I do enjoy the evil sort of smirk he's got, even though he knows it's his final moments.
Such a gentleman. Well, good sir, I need you to get your blood alcohol concentration up to about 0.45. Now, would you be a dear and go get the vodka from the pantry so we can get started?
Why don't you do it? Oh, I forgot. It's because you can't touch things, because you're a hologram. Vladimir walked over to and grabbed the 1.5 litre bottle of vodka from the pantry.
Excellent. So, taking into account your weight and sex...
Hold on, right. You were made to moderate our rations because we don't have enough resources for the number of people alive. And yet, your execution is making us waste more resources. I rubbed her chin pensively for a moment before replying.
You need to drink about 1 liter within an hour period to reach a lethal BAC of 0.45. There are 1.5 liters in there, so 1 bottle should be more than enough.
Cool.
An hour seems a bit too long, though. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you just down the bottle all at once?
It sounds like a fun challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Nice. Vladimir on the same wavelength.
Wow, really? Man, this is fun.
Vladimir hefted the bottle and paused to examine it. His eyes took on a distant, wistful expression as he absent-mindedly traced the contours of the bottle.
I remember when Sora and I used to drink together. Australians and their alcohol.
Sora was Australian? I don't think I recall the accent.
She taught me this drinking song that Australians like to sing before slugging back their drinks. I'll see you shortly, dear. This is for you.
Fair enough. Vladimir lifted the bottle of vodka in a salute. He cleared his throat.
Here's to Vladimir. He's true blue. He's a peace pot through and through. He's a legend, so they say. Should have gone to heaven, but he went the other way.
Nice.
Singing down, 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 down.
With those words, Vladimir began chugging the entire bottle of vodka. He managed to finish it in 1 or 2 minutes.
What a time to be alive! That was amazing, Vladimir.
Di applauded him enthusiastically.
Now we get to sit back and enjoy the show. Don't be shy, he isn't dead yet. Please go about your day as normal in this room under my supervision. Come to think of it, I guess that would be pretty difficult, huh? Silly me.
Okay then. Beatrix made her way to the pantry and pulled out a second, smaller bowl.
What's that?
Vodka, what do you think it is?
Water, clearly.
Why do you need vodka?
Or vinegar.
It's rude to let a man drink alone.
Beatrix is confusing. She's half the time she's angry at the cast, half the time she's angry at Di. But then the other now there's 3 halves apparently. I'm good at maths. And now on the third hand, she's supportive of everyone. She's also she's a doctor, so she's helping people as well.
Beatrix, you were always one of my favorites.
2 reasons as to why, I'm guessing. Beatrix took a seat down at the center of the island, opposed Vladimir.
Would you like another drink?
One more won't hurt now, will it?
That's you cheeky man.
I guess not.
Beatrix poured herself a drink along with another for Vladimir. It wasn't long before the alcohol started taking effect. The rest of us could do little more than stand around the kitchen, unable to leave and powerless to prevent Vladimir's death.
Melody, sweetie. Listen to Kimiko, okay?
Oh, this is where the accent, where the drunken slurs come in. Melody had stopped crying and was now more confused than anything else.
Okay, Papa.
Die, you really shock. You know that?
And I applauded all the way.
Don't say things you can't take back.
I mean, he's dying. What's the point of taking it back? Di pretended to be offended by Vladimir's insult.
I don't want to take it back.
Yeah, Di, you suck.
Thank you, Beatrix. Okay. Di raised an eyebrow in Beatrix's direction.
You haven't been handed a death sentence just yet, Beatrix, but don't tempt me.
Beatrix looked at Di, bursting into laughter.
Don't look so serious, Di. You'll give yourself wrinkles.
Really? That would be horrible.
This is confusing already. I'm in the same boat as Melody. Di started fussing with her face, trying to prevent the onset of wrinkles. 20 minutes later, and an extra few bottles of wine, which Beatrix and Vladimir explained was for good measure, Vladimir took his last breath. That's an image. That looks like he's actually been
Well, that sure
poisoned.
got boring towards the end.
I guess it is
didn't
poison.
I guess I can't have fun all the time, right? Either way, everyone is free to leave. Class dismissed.
Well, it was fun, comrade.
Beatrix tipped over her glass at Vladimir's. Beatrix tipped her. I can't read apparently. Beatrix tipped her glass at Vladimir before falling off a chair, stone drunk.
Alright, Beatrix. It's time I got you into bed.
Yeah, that's fair. At least you're a medical professional as well, Nicholas. Nicholas hoisted Beatrix off the floor and began carrying her out of the kitchen. Before he could proceed any further, however, Beatrix began poking his face with an extended forefinger.
Why are you always so serious, Nikki?
Haha, Nikki.
Because one of us needs to be.
That's fair.
Say goodnight, Beatrix.
Good night.
You didn't say goodnight, Beatrix. You failed. Nicholas carried Beatrix out of the kitchen while the captain tried to explain to Melody the gravity of the situation.
Melody, your father's gone to sleep, but he won't be waking up.
Okay, I guess that leaves Shizuka, Kakashi, Yoshiki, and myself to just grieve as a fall. Yeah.
He's gone to go see your mother now. So you should say goodnight to him and come with me.
Although Melody would look confused, she she did what the captain said, too tired to him and emotionally worn out to argue with her. Melody walked up to her father's body, currently slumped against the kitchen island, and wrapped her tiny arms around him for a hug.
Good night, Papa.
Good night, Vladimir.
Yoshiki, could you give me a hand? We can move him into the medical bay for the time being.
Okay, I guess it's me and Shizuka who's not doing anything.
Yeah, of course.
You, Shizuka, you two should head off and get some rest.
Cool, we'll play the unicorn game.
Can do.
You mean Roger that. I left with Shizuka and we made our way back to our respective rooms. As I crawled into my bed and closed my eyes, I swore I could still hear Vladimir singing. Oh no. Ignore, I think. Chapter 2. Although I don't remember waking up during the night, it didn't feel like I had gotten much sleep either. When I rolled over and looked at my tablet, I discovered that it was already 8 AM. Time to get up. The die problem and the pocket watch riddle weren't going to solve themselves, after all. For now, though, last night's execution was sure at the forefront of everyone's mind, especially Melody's. I pulled myself out of bed and got dressed. First of all, check on Nicholas and Melody in the dining hall. I mean, to be fair, Melody's going to be upset with everyone constantly, like, going up to her and checking how she is. Beatrix, definitely going to be hungover, so we should check how she is. Beatrix drank a fair amount last night, and I should check up on her. I made my way to her quarters, which she shared with Nicholas. I pressed the intercom button beside her door. Ooh. Save. Hold on. Logs. No, it's not logs. Hold on, I'll pause for a second. I don't think there's a way to oh well, that's unfortunate, really. Anyway, so basically, we introduced ourselves, I guess. Nicholas suddenly appeared beside me.
Good morning.
Good morning. Aren't you supposed to be with Melody? Nicholas raised an eyebrow in my direction.
Making house calls? Or are you trying to drive me out of business?
Well, no. You can focus on everyone else, and I'll make sure your sister is not drowning in her own vomit. Hardly. I came to check and see how Beatrix was doing.
Actually, this is perfect. I've been tasked with caring for Melody this morning, but Beatrix has been struggling since last night. If you could take care of her for me, I would be extremely grateful.
Fair enough. Of course I will.
Did she not let you in?
I think she's asleep. She didn't even reply. Nicholas gave me a knowing laugh.
She doesn't handle hangovers well.
That's not going to be good. Nicholas continued laughing to himself and opened the door to his quarters.
There you go. Now I'd best be off.
Honestly, so should we, but thank you, Nicholas. We'll leave hungover Beatrix for the next time. If hopefully you enjoyed this. I know I did. And hopefully I can see you in the next one. With that, goodbye.